Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my first video of 2018. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I have been sick for the past week, then it took a week to heal, and now I'm back into filming and I'm just feeling hot and out of breath, and so I apologize if I seem a little bit tired in this video. This is my second time filming it, and you know, it's one of those things in life where sometimes things don't go as planned and you just have to be flexible. And so I think that's something that maybe God is teaching me right now, is to just be flexible and go with the flow and realize that things aren't always in my control, which is kind of a shocker to realize sometimes. Bear with me today. This is going to be my 2017 beauty favorites. I'm going to just kind of run through everything that I use in my daily routine or in my weekly life, and these are my favorite, best of the best products that I love. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you stick around by subscribing. I think we just hit 500 subscribers, so I will be posting my giveaway video soon, and so all you have to do to be entered to win is to be subscribed and then most likely comment on that video, and I will pick from the comments for the winner. So stay tuned for that, or if you want to stay tuned for that, then subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into my 2017 beauty favorite. So the first is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I love this primer. I have very dry skin right now, and if you guys have followed me for a long time, you know that I have really oily skin. Like really oily skin. And so I've been obsessed with the Milk Makeup Blur Stick because it really helps mattify the skin. I think it's a fantastic primer, especially if you have concerns with the skin being more matte. And so I use that all through the springtime and the summer as it was warmer here in Texas, and recently it has been cold, and so my skin has gotten really dry and I feel like it's just lost that gorgeous glow. And so I went back to using this. I kind of switched using this in the summer, stopped a little bit, and now I'm using it again and I love it. I need to go back and purchase a full size of this because it is just so gorgeous on the skin, and I feel like it layers so beautifully on top of moisturizer, and because I don't wear foundation, this is exactly what I need it to do to make my skin have that really nice glow before going in with concealer. So I absolutely love this. It is my favorite primer of 2017 and will probably still be my favorite primer of 2018. Next, concealer. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer is just my favorite, you guys. I love it. I love how cheap it is, and it layers so nicely on the skin. It is not the most full coverage concealer of all time. It's not super full coverage, but it blends really nicely and melds into the skin. Unfortunately, Wet n Wild only has, I think, 3 shades, and frankly, the fact that 2 of their 3 shades work for my fair skin is just really disappointing. I want to make a video of things that I want to see from brands in 2018, and one of them is shade selection in our cruelty-free, affordable drugstore brands. Wet n Wild, I'm talking to you. Why don't we have more shades than this? Why not? Doesn't make sense. But I love light ivory and medium beige. I think they're absolutely beautiful. They do a great job at covering small zits on the face, but as you guys can see, some of my zits are poking through because it's not full coverage. So if you're cool with kind of light medium coverage, you will love these. I think they blend beautiful, and like I said, they're really affordable. I would highly recommend them. So next in my routine, I go in with powder, and I decided to grab 3 powders, which is just obsessive, but I think these are the 3 that would really define 2017 for me. The first is obviously the Wowder from Glossier. You guys know I love this. I love this so much. I love the tint it gives to the skin. It's just ever so slight, and it doesn't make you orange or anything like that, but it really gives your skin a really nice, healthy glow. It's almost like, how do I explain this? It's like a tinted moisturizer in a in a powder, if that makes sense. So as you apply it to the skin, it kind of just warms with your skin and gives you this glow, and it's really beautiful. So I love the Wowder. It keeps you matte all day, and you can layer this on your face all day long and you never look cakey. It's absolutely magic, and the packaging is fantastic. I know that they kind of stole this little net idea from Tarte, but you know, I'm okay with it because the packaging is really great. And I also love the Tarte Amazonian Clay Powder Foundation. I've loved this for almost 4 years now, and like I said, it has the same packaging as Glossier. I think Glossier kind of took it from Tarte. But this is such a lovely powder foundation. If I am wanting a little bit more coverage and I'm using powder, I think this is so lovely. It layers on the skin. It really can be full coverage if you build it up. But if you have dry skin, this probably isn't going to work for you. This works really well for my oily skin, especially in the summertime. But I find that I use this most in the spring. So I'm excited to probably start using this again soon because I haven't used it since like April. The next and last powder I want to talk about is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder. This is in the shade Warm Light. I recently picked this up, I want to say in November, to kind of give me a drugstore cheap pressed powder option for my skin to kind of bring with me if I need touch-ups or something like that. And this has been really nice. Frankly, I cannot tell when I put this on my face. I can't see it. I can't see it underneath my eyes. I can't see it all over the face, but I know that it's doing something because it's absorbing the oil. And so I think this is a really beautiful powder. But again, Wet n Wild, we need more shades because my deep girls out there probably can't wear this. Maybe they can, but probably not. So if you want to get a little bit more bronzy, I have two bronzers I would highly recommend. The first is the Physicians Formula Muru bronzer. This is in the shade Bronzer and it's gorgeous, you guys. This is the most amazing, delicious smelling bronzer of all time and it lasts so well. I've gone through one of these in my lifetime in the past year and I just repurchased and started this one. And it's to die for. It's so stinking beautiful. It gives you such a nice glow. It's matte, but it has just a little bit of that healthy sheen to it. And I just think it's fantastic. What I really love doing is using this for contouring my nose, and then I'll go over it with powder to kind of blend everything together, and I'll use it in the hollows of my cheeks to warm up the face. It's beautiful. And it is a complete dupe for the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. I recently picked this up in a little kit with Benefit. And truly, this is a fantastic high pigmented bronzer, but it looks exactly like the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And so it's really hard for me to justify one over the other when they both look so similar. And Physicians Formula did just come out with, this is Physicians Formula, this is Hoola. They did just come out with a couple more shades to their bronzer selections. There might be one that's a little bit closer in pigment to this when it's swatched, but on the face you cannot tell a difference. They both look so similar. Hoola is fantastic though. I was really impressed with it, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to mention it. I was very impressed because I've never tried Hoola and I've always talked about Hoola, and it was time for me to actually try applying it to my face, not just using it in Sephora or Ulta. And so if you guys want a comparison video on those two, I definitely can do that. Just comment that down below or give this video a thumbs up or comment. Commenting is the best because then I know exactly what you want. So next, we have highlighting, and I think you guys aren't going to be surprised by these, but you might. My highlighting has changed in 2017. I started off 2017 using the Tarte Amazonian Clay highlight in, do you guys remember what it was called? I haven't touched it in a long time. Beautiful highlight. I guess I'll link it or maybe write it down below, or I don't know, I probably won't. I don't remember what it was called. Stunner? Stunner. It smells like cocoa powder. Really yummy highlight. That was my obsession. On top of that was Wisp and Lunch Money from Colorpop, the Super Shock Cheeks. And I also loved, I should have given myself a cheat sheet, you guys. I can't remember. The other one I used all the time was the Becca Highlight in Opal. So I finally committed to getting the Becca Jaclyn Hill Champagne Face Palette. This is discontinued. I purchased mine used from Poshmark and then sanitized it once it arrived. But Prosecco Pop and Champagne Pop, speechless. They are such beautiful highlights. And frankly, the palette version of highlights is what you have to do from Becca because the other ones are so fragile. I've had multiple little Opal samples break from Becca, and it's so frustrating because you spend money on them and they're not cheap. The single highlights from Becca are pretty expensive and you're paying $40 for a product and it shatters. These ones in the packaging really have lasted so well, and I have dropped this before, which broke my heart. I was like, oh my gosh, I swear if I broke any of the shadows I'm going to cry. the shadows, the shades, whatever. You guys, you can tell I'm a little out of it, which I think makes this video more fun. But Champagne Pop, beautiful. My obsession is Prosecco Pop. Every time I put highlight on, I have to top it with Prosecco Pop because there's something about the gold sheen of it that is just beautiful. So here, this is Champagne Pop, this is Prosecco Pop, and they are both absolutely stunning and pigmented and beautiful and give the skin such a nice glow, and I'm really impressed by them. And I also had to mention Flexitarian from Colorpop. This is just so pretty. It makes the cheeks look absolutely wet, and you can see just the shine. Like, this is one of those high shine products that when I wear it, I feel just amazing. And then I also love the e.l.f. Baked Highlight. This is in the shade Moonlit Pearls. And this is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today, topped with Prosecco Pop. But this is so beautiful. It gives you that same kind of wet look, that really natural highlight, but it's not a natural highlight. It's like a wet glow, but it's not glittery. It's just so beautiful, and so I really, really like it. And then also the blush that I've just been obsessed with is this one in Amaretto, I think? Amaretto and Rose Spritz. These are both absolutely beautiful blushes, and you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of blush, and so earlier in the year I was really using my Tarte Celebrated blush. I was using the Tarte, I think it's called Birthday or Party or something like that. It's the blush that came with the Sephora birthday gift. Love those. Love my Tarte blushes. Blushes. I think Tarte blushes are beautiful, but this is just so easy to travel with and use. It's got this giant mirror, as I will show you, giant mirror, and I can just kind of do my thing, dab into my blush, get my highlight, and I'm done. So it's really quick and really easy. So I would highly recommend you guys check out a Becca face palette because it's speechless. So let's see, that's pretty much face stuff. I guess I'll go over my setting spray. I love the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Natural Finish Setting Spray. This has a ton of alcohol in it though, so honestly I really want to find a new setting spray in 2018 because this is the one that I've used on everyone, on clients, on brides, on friends, on other friends. I've used this on everyone, but it is just straight up alcohol, and the spritz is alright, especially for drugstore, and it's very affordable, but you only get 1.5 fluid ounces of product, so you go through this pretty quickly. I think I've used probably 3 or 4 of these this year. And it just smells like alcohol, so you have to really wait for it to dry. And then the alcohol is really drying on the skin, so it doesn't really give you that beautiful kind of glow. And so I don't know why I don't have it with me either, but I would love pairing this with the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray as kind of my setting, finishing everything. But I really want to find a new one, and frankly, I am so curious about the Pixie sprays. So that's probably what I will be picking up because I want to try them so badly. So now let's get into eyeshadow, and then I'll go over lips, mascara, and brushes, and we'll finish this up because I've been talking for a really long time, and I'm cooking a meal right now in the kitchen, and it's boiling, and it's probably going to be done in like 5 minutes. So eyeshadow palettes and eyeshadows. Let's start with the Modern Renaissance. This is such a beautiful, 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 beautiful palette. I think this is fantastic. If you don't like warm tones, this probably isn't the palette for you. But frankly, there are still some really gorgeous cool tones in here, like this deep brown, this transition shade, and then you have shades like Tempura or Vermeer that are a little bit more of a cooler tone white. They have kind of that pinky, cool pinky tone to them, which is really beautiful. But then you have all these warm shades and the purples. This is just so pretty. It's so fun to play with and experiment with. I've had a blast experimenting with this palette this year. And I wish Anastasia Beverly Hills would come out with a sister palette for this because the Subculture was not the sister palette for this. Sorry. Just no. And even people who like the Subculture are giving theirs away or selling theirs or getting rid of it because they don't like it. The colors are just not, they're not complementary to this palette. There could be so many more beautiful shades with this. Like, could you imagine a metallic magenta, how beautiful and stunning that would be? Or Buon Fresco is this really pretty kind of lavender shade. That in just a metallic would be so pretty. And so I really think that Anastasia needs to try again, and I don't think people would be mad if they released a second palette. The next eyeshadow palette that I love is the Jaclyn Hill palette. I was looking back at when I purchased this and how excited I was to get this, and My thoughts have not changed. I think this is one of the most impressive palettes of 2017. It's just so pretty, and the shadows are so high quality. What I've said in my review video for this, and what I will repeat now, is there really needs to be like a matte white shade in here. I think that would have made this really nice. And I do wish that there could have been more of a range. A lot of these transition shades look so similar, and I know that they're different tones of brown, but I think there could have been a little bit of a difference between them, a little bit more of a stark difference, but this palette is beautiful. I absolutely love it, and if you're curious about checking this out, find where it is at a local Ulta, because Morphe is now selling this at Ulta, which is really cool. They upgraded the packaging and everything. I still have the original, and I'm very proud of my original dirty packaging that everyone is angry about. I love it. I don't care. It's special. I'm a little disappointed in Morphe, but this one's special, and it'll always be something that'll be in my collection even when it's expired. I want my grandchildren to find this palette and be like, Mama, who's Jaclyn Hill? And I'll be like, ugh, or Grandmama, whatever. Ah, she died because I'm super old now, and this was her palette. That's what's gonna happen. Jaclyn Hill, if you see this, I'm sorry, I don't want you to die, but you're a little older than me, so. I'm just kidding, you guys. That was not funny. That's not a good joke. Jaclyn Hill palette, amazing. I would highly recommend you check it out, and it's really affordable. It's $38. It's cheaper than the Modern Renaissance, and you get so many shadows, and they're really great quality. The only problem is it's such a big palette. I really want Jaclyn to come out with some small travel palettes that are maybe sized like this. I think that would be so cool. So now we have to talk about Colorpop, because Colorpop is the eyeshadow brand. Colorpop is the brand that made me fall in love with makeup. Like, I don't even know if I can say that, but like, really, you guys, I've always loved makeup, I've always loved beauty, but Colorpop has just, it's awoken a passion in me that is just really cool. So, first is the You Had Me at Hello palette, and I love this. I did purchase the, what's it called? I Think I Love You palette, and the shades just weren't for me. This is more my thing. It's got a lot of those pinks and purples and warm tones and shimmers and rose golds, and it's just beautiful. And I think this is still on sale for like 12 bucks off Colourpop, which is amazing, but really love this. The shadow quality is so good. And Dream Street, this is a new little love of mine, and I've barely dug into this, but I am so impressed with so many of the shades. So many of them. I'm trying to read the back. This one here, Mooney, is so beautiful. This shade right here is Kaleidoscope, and it layers... Oh, my husband's calling me. So this shade layers so beautifully on top of Glass Bowl, which I will try to show you at the same time as this. Wow, I am like multiple hands. The shade Glass Bowl from Colourpop looks so beautiful with Kaleidoscope on top. So if you do kind of a really pretty warm transition shade and then put this all over the lid and then put Kaleidoscope right in the center, it is so beautiful. And then I also really love this shade, which frankly is a little bit powdery and patchy, but I also love it, which is really confusing. I need to do a full review of this palette, and that will be coming in this month. I'm so sorry it's been delayed. I've had this palette for, God, a month, and I still haven't filmed a video. It's been bad. Getting sick and the holidays has just been a lot. But these transition shades are both gorgeous. The rose gold shade is fantastic, and these blues I've dug into. They're really pigmented and they're really pretty, but man, I don't know how to use them. So I really need to practice and figure out a look with those blues in this palette, because you guys, I struggle. I struggle with color, but Colourpop inspires me. So those are amazing. And then I wanted to pull out two single Super Shock shadows that I just thought were really pretty. I love all of the Super Shock shadows, but these are the two that you can tell I've used. The first is K-Pop's Sunset Boulevard, and it's what is on my eyes today. I love how easy these are. You just grab it on your finger and just rub it on the lid, and you're done, and you're good to go. And this is such a gorgeous warm toned gold. It's just really pretty, and I love how easy it is, and it's gorgeous in the summertime. I would wear this on my eyelids with no mascara and just feel like a 10. Like, it's awesome. The next shade that I love is Sailor. Is this what? Yeah, this is Sailor. And it is so pretty. I'm swatching this one because you just have to see it. It has this beautiful pink champagne shift and then teal flecks of glitter. It's so beautiful and so impressive, and I love this. I think it looks gorgeous with any look. It's really unique and looks really pretty on the inner corner of the eye. And then, like I said, Glass Bowl. This is the 2017 shadow that you need. Talk about a unique shadow. It's very similar to Sailor, but it has a little bit more pigment, and the shift is just to die for. So Sailor is here on the bottom. I'm sorry, Sailor is on the top and Glass Bowl is on the bottom. And it's just, it's beautiful, you guys. It's beautiful, and I would highly, 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 highly recommend it. So now we're on to my jar of brushes and lipsticks and things like that. And I'm going to check and make sure my camera is still filming. And I'm going to let you guys see it. So I take a mirror and I go like this. Oh, hello, you are filming. Good, good, good. I'm not even on like cough medicine, and I'm just weird. Two beauty tools that I love, my booty tools, the Beauty Blender and the Shiseido eyelash curler. Staples, amazing, fantastic. Used them all year, love them all year. They're great. Some of my favorite brushes that I will pull out right now are from EcoTools, Sephora, Morphe, and Colorpop. Obviously. None of my brushes are super expensive because you don't need super expensive brushes. Kylie, I am talking to you. What were you thinking? Do you see the anger on my face? I probably need to make a rant video about how much that collection pissed me off. The EcoTools, what is this? Definer brush is what I use with powder. I use it to set my under eye. I use it for blush. I use it for everything. I love it. This is the full powder brush. I love this for bronzer. I love this for doing powder all over the face. It's soft, it's big, it's fluffy, it's awesome. The Colorpop small fluff brush I love for applying highlight. It does an amazing job, and this is the brush you need. This is the best highlight brush of 2017. And then I absolutely love dropping brushes. Be right back. I love the full shadow brush from Colorpop. I use this for contouring the nose, and then I use it for eyeshadow, and it's great. I also love the eyeliner brush from Colorpop. This is a must-have. I'm doing a top 10 under 10 for Colorpop, and this is gonna be in it. A lot of these products are gonna be in it, but this is the best liner brush of all of the liner brushes. I love it. Wet, dry, metallic. This is the one you need. It's perfect, it's stiff, and it's really nice. And then the Sephora all over shadow brush I really love for doing pretty much matte shadow all over the eye. I think it is so, it's such a densely packed brush that applies shadow so beautifully. And then I also love the small shadow brush. This does a really good job of really, excuse me, centering shadow into the crease and then even making kind of a wing and blending it. This is a really good job. And then the Morphe M432 is a really great, just kind of one of those flat liner brushes. It does a really good job of packing shadow right into the lash line or on the lower lash line, so I love this. So those are my top brushes. I feel like the ones that I use every single day, and it's such a small collection of brushes too, which is really cool. You guys know my brush collection is actually kind of big, and it's because I won EcoTools brushes in one of their giveaways, and it's funny how much the free brushes I've gotten are the ones I love the most versus ones that I've paid for. So I'd really recommend checking out Sephora eyeshadow brushes. They have kind of a little set that's like 5 brushes, and it's really affordable. I want to say it's $15 or $18 for 5 brushes, which I think is a really good deal. And then Colorpop brushes and EcoTools brushes are great. EcoTools face brushes are the best, and Colorpop's eye brushes are the best. That's just kind of how I feel. And finally, we're onto my little jar of goodies. The first is the Amazonian Clay Waterproof Liner in Sunstone Bronze. This is from Tarte, and this is a really great liner. I love using this on the upper waterline. It really blends with my lashes nicely. It's not too dark, but it has a really nice sheen to it, and it's beautiful in the lower lash waterline thing too. Love this. For mascara, I love the Benefit Their Real Tinted Primer. I've been using this for years, and I love it, and I think it's amazing, and it does a really good job. And then layered on top of that, the Buxom, I think it's just called the Buxom Lash Mascara. This is so great, you guys. I forgot how much I love this. I picked it up last year and then ended up buying a new one. And it has this kind of hourglass wand, but it doesn't give you those like horribly clumpy lashes like the Better Than Sex and the Lash Paradise do. This just gives you really nice separated lengthened lashes. Really beautiful, and I love that mascara. And then for eyebrows, the Colorpop brow pencil is what I have been using in the shade Blondie for the past year. I love this. Nothing is better than this. And if you're really curious about their brow products, you should definitely check them out. Colorpop brow products are really, really nice. And I think it does a really good job of just giving you a natural brow. Or if you want to make it look more full, you can as well. And now we're on to lip products, which is so fun. So I've got Glossier and Colorpop. It's pretty much my favorite things of 2017 are Glossier and Colorpop. The first is the rosebalm.com. I would highly recommend you check these out. They're affordable, kind of. For what it is, it's not as cheap as Vaseline, but for a lip product, especially one that lasts a really long time, it's really well priced. And it has a really nice scent, a really nice pink tint, and I always layer this on my lips before starting my makeup or underneath lip products. And I also love the Generation G lipstick in the shade Leo. This is just so beautiful and gives your lips a really nice tint and a natural sheen. It's so great for on the go or for quick everyday lips. I love that. And then from Colorpop, the Aquarius lip pencil is my favorite. You can put this all over the lips or line your lips, and this looks stunning. The shade is gorgeous. And then I have 3 nudes because this wouldn't be a Diana Simmons beauty video without nudes. Goodness, Dad, I'm so sorry I just said that. Mom, I'm not, because you're probably laughing and think it's funny. I also have a hair on me. That's cool. Oh Snap is one of my favorites. This is a really pretty kind of brown tone pink, but it's not brown. It's pink and it's beautiful and it looks so nice on the lips, and it's the matte formula. So it doesn't dry down completely matte, but it's not satin. It's like a really nice, it's nice. It looks good. And then the Crack Me Up Matte X Lip is what is on my lips today. And this is a really pretty deep, warm brown pinky shade. And it's really nice. It looks really natural. It's very beautiful in the fall time, and I love this. And even this patted down with a napkin or a tissue looks really, really nice as well. And then finally, Aquarius. I love the Aquarius cream lippy stick, and as you can see, this is the end of it. I have completed, fully used one of these, and I have a backup sitting in my closet, but I love this. I think this is my favorite of 2017 is the Aquarius lippy pencil. So congrats, Kathleen Lights. You have so much stuff. You guys can see Kathleen Lights and Jaclyn Hill are some of my favorite collaborators. They do such a good job, and I really want to see a collaboration, by the way, side note, between Colorpop and J Kissa Makeup. That would be so cool. So anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Those are my favorites. Those are the things of 2017 that I love. I hope this video wasn't too long and I didn't ramble for too long. Comment down below what products you love. Comment down below what products you're excited for 2018. And I hope you guys are ready and excited to see videos from me every single day, because I am too. And giveaway videos. It's gonna be so good. You guys rock. Stick around by subscribing, and I'll see you next time on my channel. Bye, y'all! And also over here is where you can click. You can you can subscribe right here. This is a bad outro. That's okay. You guys don't mind, right? Okay. Bye. Done. Peace. See you next year. Just kidding. It's already 2018. I can't say that anymore. Okay, bye.